Alright guys, so starting this video off right away, I want to go ahead and play this clip here from the Speak. I'm just going to play the audio. This is coming in from TJ Housh, who talks about, can Joe Burrow keep T. Higgins and Jamar Chase if he does take a huge contract? Let's go ahead and listen up.
Nice.
Yeah. Can the Bengals keep everybody and sign Burrow to a top deal?
They will keep everybody because that's what Joe wants. And if this is what he wants to happen, you got to make it happen if you're the Bengals. If he came out yesterday and said, we are going to find a way to keep everybody, Mike Brown, Katie Blackburn, Troy Blackburn, Duke Tobin, y'all got to make it happen. And so the Bengals have never had a problem paying a quarterback and a receiver. It's paying a second receiver. He wants T. Higgins to be there. They got to make it happen. And so whatever you got to do, structure it however you want to. Joe going to be the highest paid quarterback when his contract is. That's a fact. Now, how they structure it to where they can sign T, get it done. We've been down this road with the Bengals before, with Carson Palmer. And part of it was wanted to make sure that myself and Chad stayed there. That was just one of a few promises that they made to Carson that they didn't keep. And Carson was mad, and that's what part of the reason he demanded a trade. Why? Because he told me this. They can't do that again. You can't promise Joe that, oh, if you do this, we'll do that, and then T is gone. They could have probably signed T for a little less this offseason. The longer they wait, the more expensive it's going to get. But Joe Burrow said, we going to do it. They got no choice.
Yeah, you can't lose.
Exactly. So, in all honesty, and this is being brought up, I feel like everyone in the media at this point is, there's no way the Bengals could keep Joe Burrow. Pay Joe Burrow that money and then keep the star playmakers. And I always find it hilarious because it's all how you structure his contract. But as TJ was saying there, Joe came out and said, I am confident we are keeping everybody. Not like, we're going to try to keep everyone, we hope we can keep everyone. And, Mike Brown, the owner, did say how, we're going to try, we're going to do our best. But no, straightforward, no cookie cutter bullcrap. Joe said, I'm confident everyone is staying, which means everyone is staying. Now, of course, Mike Brown no longer has all the control over everything. Used to in the past, but not anymore. Now it's ran by Duke Tobin, Katie Blackburn, and obviously Coach Taylor. So, especially because of that, it's not like you have like Jerry Jones, like a absolutely crazy owner who's just like, I'll do whatever I want. I don't care what you have to say. Like, no, this is logical people running this organization. And when their quarterback says, we keeping it. Now, again, this will come down to Joe, structuring a contract to keep these guys. And once, Jay Jettis gets his contract, it's going to increase the price tag of every receiver in the NFL's contract. Once Jay Jettis gets paid the top amount of money of any receiver, Jamar Chase is getting more money. T. Higgins, his money goes up, right? Because the price tag goes up. And I do agree with TJ that they could have signed T maybe a little bit earlier this offseason. But I think really what they're trying to do and what the process is, the Bengals-wise, is they want to get this contract done with Joe. Because once Joe is on paper and signed, then they can work out how they're going to sign T. How they're going to sign Logan Wilson. How eventually they're going to give the extension to Chase, right? There's so many different factors that they're having to, work out that they just want to get this Joe Burrow contract done. Because if Burrow comes out, let's say in this contract, and he does take a 10-year deal, and it is like Patrick Mahomes where he structured it so it's team-friendly, then yeah, there's going to be a lot of players here that we're able to keep and remain. Now, of course, Hendrickson recently got his contract extension, and I'm about to make this a lot smaller because this is, I still have it set up to when we were roasting the Browns yesterday, which, if you guys did not see that video, make sure you check it out because they got in a fight at training camp. But anyway, though, so here is the Trey Hendrickson contract that he just got. He just got an extension, which is putting him in 2025. So pretty much here's the rundown. In 2023, the Bengals and Hendrickson agreed to a 1-year extension worth a total of $21 million. As part of the extension, the Bengals gave Hendrickson an $8 million signing bonus this year and increased his salary for that year by $5 million. In 2024, his salary remains as high as his original contract. His cap number in 2023 is virtually unchanged, while his 2024 cap number increases by $2.67 million. So pretty much in the end, he got another year added to his contract, and he gets an extra $2.67 million again for his cap in next year, part of his next year of his contract. And he gets a total of $8 million signing bonus. So, with that being said, that, according to what I understand, was easy to work out with him. It was kind of a just, let's meet up, work this out, okay, we're done, move on. While, again, the Joe Burrow contract is going to take a lot longer. Now, I didn't know about the whole Carson Palmer situation where, him losing TJ and Chad made him request a trade. But it does make sense. I mean, if you're a quarterback, right, and obviously as a quarterback, for most quarterbacks, not Joe, Patrick, or honestly just Joe and Patrick at this point, you're only as good as your best receiver is, right? Or you're not only as good, but you are better as your best receiver is. So if you have a Hall of Fame receiver, you're going to be a little bit better than if you have a practice squad guy, right? This is just the facts that matter. So as a quarterback, you want to keep all your star playmakers on your team. You want to have as many stars as possible built around you. So when you lose a star playmaker, or, let's say, for example, an owner says, hey, listen, I'm going to make sure that your whole entire career, you got those 2 stars. When you lose one of them, then you lose trust in the ownership. Then you say, hey, you know what? I'm not going to put all in for this team because I don't know what you're going to do. I can't trust that you're going to do what's best for me. So, it's definitely interesting. But again, Burrow did come out and say he guarantees it, which obviously, does hold merit for the team. The team has to honor that. Now, the team didn't come out and say it, though. If Mike Brown would have said, I guarantee it too, then that would have been a done deal. But because Mike Brown said we're going to try to, based on the salary cap and the pie analogy he gave, I 1000% believe they're going to keep all 3 guys for a very long time. But at the same time, though, they're going to have to do right by Burrow here and make sure they keep T too, because he said I guarantee it. Now, I will say overall-wise, though, and again, keep in mind that this is, if we go to cap calculator and we go to Bengals, we have $19 million this year, right? I still don't see a world where after we sign Joe, that the T. Higgins contract and Joe's contract, it's going to have to be team friendly for this year. Because we only have $19 million against cap. So, I feel like what's going to happen is we're not going to see the Derek Carr situation, which if you've not seen Derek Carr's contract with the Saints, I want to go ahead and pull this up real fast then. Because he structured this so team-friendly. Because, for obvious reasons, the Saints don't have any money, right? Their cap is absolutely abysmal. And hopefully this does load. He ended up taking a $1 million cap hit this year. And then in the future years, he's going to take a lot more money. So, let me see if I can pull up his contract right here. So, here we go. Not $1 million. Sorry. I thought it was $1 million. $7.2 million. I believe it actually is 1.5. The guaranteed salary. I think what he's doing here is that 6 whatever. I think it's like my math is absolutely 6.7, 5.7. That 5.7 million, I think he's not giving it back, but I think he's taking less money because he's only, I think, it says 7.2, but I think he's less against the cap. There was a whole article about this. But anyway, though, so he's taking less money again, even 7.2 for a quarterback who's a starting quarterback in the NFL who just signs a contract, taking 7.2 is crazy. Like, you don't see that ever happening. But what he did was, he did it because this Saints don't have that good of a salary cap. So he took 35, 45, 55, and then obviously put 3 voidable years, which you can push that money toward the future. And that's actually, I think, what he did here. 7.2. He put the $5.7 million you push toward the future, which gives you 1.5. So it's 1.5 against the cap, I believe. And again, he did that because the Saints didn't have any money and he wanted a team-friendly contract, right? So that's what we're going to probably see, something from Joe Burrow. And again, if he does sign a 10-year contract, that will happen like that. And if we sign T after we sign Burrow, we'll probably see something like that. We might see a contract where it's structured, okay, you get, this amount this year, the first year, but it's not going to be that crazy amount. And in the future, you're going to make a lot more. Now, what they could do, right, is they could give him an extension to his contract. So if we go to T's current contract, right, he's the last year of his contract right now. He's making $4 million, right? He's in the last year, $4 million. What they could do here, and what I probably assume they're going to do, is they're going to say, okay, T, we're going to add, you're going to play this year on $4 million, okay? And then we're going to give you a 4-year extension on that, and you're going to make the crazy money, the 25 a year, right? Whatever they end up giving him, 25, 25, 25, 25, 100 million over 4 years. But they're going to say this year, you're going to play on 4 million, which gives us the salary cap to be able to work that out. And then again, they're going to probably do similar with Joe, where they're going to say, Joe, you're going to play this year on your guaranteed 5th-year option, and after that, your contract starts. They did that with Jalen Hurts, actually, the Philadelphia Eagles. And the reason why this works is you're able to keep your star playmakers. Because this year, again, you don't have to give all your money this year. As every year goes in the NFL, the salary cap goes up. There's more TV deals, more money in the ecosystem of the NFL. So then, salary caps, obviously, more money. So yeah, this is exactly what the Eagles did. 6 million, 13, 21. This right here is his last year of his current contract. And then his extension, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 years right here. Voidable is because they pushed the money down the road. But, yeah, so the 5-year contract. Probably something like that. But no, 100% again, just to iterate to come back full circle here, yeah, they're going to have to make sure they pay and keep his playmakers. 1,000%. There's a 0% chance we lose T. Higgins. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.